Hi everyone. How's everyone doing today? Let me just post the stream out. Save the changes. Yes, hopefully that loads up. Perfect. That's loaded up. Good. How's everyone doing today? Jay, afternoon. Good to see you on here. How you doing? How was your game week? How was your game week this week? Just waiting for it to more people to jump on, then we make a start. Just gonna post it again on the socials. How's everyone doing today? Vag works. What's happening? Just at the barbershop, getting yourself nice and pretty. Hope Friday's going good. How was your game week? Good game week? Bad game week? Let me know, guys. 66 points, bang average. I mean, that's not bang average, is it? That's what I got. I was actually pleased. It shows you're expecting a higher standard. I've had a difficult start, so to me, I'll take it. But yeah, a lot of people did score in the 70s, and I've seen a couple of 80s. But Manon, you must be having a good season if you think that's bang average. Was it a red or a green arrow for you? Red or green arrow? I'm intrigued to see what everyone's been up to this week. What's everyone having for lunch? Everyone locked and ready for game week 15, yeah? Quick turnarounds. Quick turnarounds. So if you've had a bad game week, you get a quick opportunity to try and redeem it, which is good. But sometimes, I don't know, it can get a bit tiresome. Let me put this up here. Good game week overall, 58. Yeah, not too bad. Imagine that. That's how I know you're not doing as good. Someone just said a minute ago, 66 was bang average. So it shows you, isn't it? Difficult season so far, Dagworks. Yeah. You're in the same place as me. Great arrow. Safety was 67. Okay, fair play. Yeah, it's quite frustrating that. Safety was quite high this week. Oh, a moment of silence for Jay. 47 points. To be fair, this is probably your first bad game week of the season. That is a bad one, yeah. Even I'm saying that. Wow, shocking. But you're right. I shouldn't be complaining. Going from 2.5. You know what? This gives me motivation because that's the kind of arc I need, Manon. That's the exact motivation I need. And you've done it in how many game weeks? 6. So it tells you I'm not going to give up. This is the motivation for all of us in the chat. For everyone watching, look what he's done from 2.4 million to top 150K in 6 game weeks. Unbelievable. How have you done that? What have you done? Is it differentials or did you jump off Haaland early? Your captains? What have you done to get there? I'm intrigued. How have you made that move? I need to make the same arc. I need that arc there. Yeah, worse. Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, that's a horrid game week. Egg sandwich when I get in. Sourdough and we'll pop it into Greg's for a starter. Okay. Is that how your lunch is going? Not bad. Yes, Jamie. How's it going, my friend? I'm good, thank you. How was your game week? Green Arrow, what's the score? Come on. I'm intrigued to know. How was your game week? I'll run through my team and how I done in a minute, and we'll get going. This week, there's a couple of things to discuss. First of all, you know what we should actually mention? The weather. I'm not sure if you lot have seen, especially everyone UK based. There's a lot of weather warnings going on, which is not ideal. I'm not saying to you right now, scaremongering, that games are going to be called off, but definitely can impact games. Like winds in certain areas. I think Southwest, I saw 90 miles per hour winds. That could, in theory, potentially even call off games. I don't know. For the Merseyside derby, for example, it's meant to be 45 miles per hour, rain, hideous weather. Can you play good football in that? Does that help Everton? Does that help Liverpool? I mean, I'm painting a narrative here. That's all I'm going to say to you. But very interesting, very intriguing to see how that impacts this weekend's fixtures, you know. Let me just turn this over here. There we go. Yes, now what's going on, bro? How you doing? Cheeky lunchtime stream. Exactly. Oh yeah, you won the competition. Yours is getting done on Monday, so you should be getting your prize nicely next week. And trust me, it looks good. It looks good. Green arrow, just about 10 point. Oh my goodness. With 10 players. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how you're doing it, But I need to know. You need to tell me this. What are you doing to still be getting green arrows at that high rank with 10 players? Wow. How comes you only had 10? Was it Gabriel that killed you? Gabriel, the centre back. Yeah, that's very impressive. This is how my team's looking for game week 15. So, first issue you guys can help me with is either Sales versus Manchester United away. Now, you saw Manchester United against Arsenal. They weren't horrible, but they weren't great. They could not handle Arsenal's power in set plays. I've seen loads of memes about this. People getting upset. Oh, Arsenal are only scoring corners and free kicks. Well, I mean, why is that bothering people? It's a goal. It's a goal, yeah. But Sales versus Manchester United or Fabianski versus Wolves in the El Sacaco. That's what they're calling it. One of the managers is going to get fired from the Wolves or West Ham games. Trust me, they've been struggling. So who do you think, Fabianski or Sales? So immediately, I'm in a dilemma straight away. Currently, I've got it on Sales, but Man United are better than Wolves. Wolves recently, the last 2 games have been hideous. They lost 4-0 to Everton. So that's an interesting one there. So that's the first dilemma I've got straight away. Looking forward to seeing it. I'm having a transfer dilemma myself. What's your transfer dilemma, man? Let me know. We'll answer them in the Q&A. Yes, mate. How you doing? You can't, of course. No problem at all. But I appreciate you jumping and saying hello. Your videos have been making me smile. That's all I'm going to say to you. So I appreciate that. Before you go, make sure you like, of course. And that's the all-important one. Make sure you like and share the video. But in defense, this is pre-transfers, by the way. I've got 2 free transfers and I've got 1.7 million in the bank. All right. So Hull versus Brentford. Newcastle, I don't know what to think of them. Played good against Liverpool. Liverpool pretty poor. It felt like a loss because we were 3-2 up in the last couple of minutes and that goal was really poor. Kello's been excellent this season, conceded a silly goal. But Hull starts, Gabriel's yellow flagged against Fulham away. Fulham coming off an excellent victory last night. Very impressive. But is Gabriel going to be fit? Now, if anyone in the chat's got any Arsenal intel, you need to get in the chat and let me know. Is Gabriel going to be fit? Because Arteta's not going to tell us. I think at the moment he will play. He did say he's pretty close. So let's see. Lewis, who didn't start the game that actually Manchester City kept a clean sheet against Nottingham Forest, but they've got so many injuries. It looks like he will start. So I've got him in the starting lineup. He's got Crystal Palace, decent odds of keeping a clean sheet, but you don't know what City you're going to get, if I'm totally honest with you. So that's the back 4. I'm not comfortable with it. One of my transfers will 100% be a defender. And I'm going to tell you who I'm going to be bringing in very soon. Midfield is looking juicy. We've got Salah, who at the moment, am I right in saying he's the best player in the world at the moment? Literally breaking records. He cannot stop scoring. Unbelievable. So Salah against Everton, the early kickoff. Currently my vice captain, but I could change that. Palmer, who delivered last week and then tweeted saying that I had to do that for my FPL manager. So he understands that we've all got faith in him. He's the current captain. They're playing Tottenham, which in theory is a more tricky game. But then Spurs were pathetic against the Bournemouth. They conceded like 3-point-something XG. So can you imagine if Chelsea are on it? And Chelsea's attack is very, very good. It's a risky move as Tottenham are a far superior team than Everton. Of course it is with regards to captaincy, but we'll talk more detail with the captaincy soon. Saka versus Fulham. Yeah, it's not bad at all. And Mbumo's a player we do need to discuss. I think loads of us are fed up with him. I saw a stat. He's had, I think, 3 games in a row with 0 XG. That means he's not even having a shot. Forget even having a poor quality shot, which might register 0.01. No, he's not even having a shot. He's got a goal, but does he have to go this week? If you have sold Mbumo, let me know who you've sold him for. Semenyo versus Ipswich. Perfect fixture. I really like the player. Even last night against Spurs, he should have got an assist. I know loads were complaining, saying he's playing too far wide, he's playing too defensive. That's because obviously Tottenham play a specific way, so he had defensive duties he had to do. So bear that in mind. He won't have to do that against Ipswich. So for me, Semenyo is a lovely pick. I'm really happy with him. Even last night, he should have got an assist, but Tavernier fluffed it right in front of goal. He put it over the bar. So the midfield is looking really good. I'm confident with that. Up front, I've got Pedro versus Leicester. I think everyone's got Pedro now, or close enough. He got an assist last night, which frustrated me because I had him on a bench. I know. And then Isaac. The player who I didn't sell, loads sold him. They went early because of the yellow flagged and potentially injured, but played against Liverpool and scored an absolute worldie. I'm not sure if you guys saw it. It was an absolute worldie. It annoyed me. I mean, it was mixed emotions because I've got him in my FPL team, but it's against my team. So I was like, oh. But yeah, he's got Brentford away. That's a good fixture, albeit Brentford at home are very strong. Bench is Fabianski, Raul Jimenez, who disappointed me last night. He came on for, what, 8 minutes and blocked my Pedro substitution. And Mikalenko, who gave me an 11-pointer last week. That was incredible because obviously Everton are not great and he's not been good. So, and it could be his last game for my team, as I said. And last defenders, Greaves against Bournemouth, who if I have to use, I'll use him. If Gabriel doesn't play, he might have to play. And he nearly scored a goal last week, so bear that in mind. He's not too bad. He came back into the team, which is positive. So the bench is looking not too bad, guys. Let's have a look. Jackson, Gabriel, Diblin, Cole. Oh, yeah, got green arrow from triple. Oh, you triple captain Palmer, kind of. Yeah, you're unlucky there. You're very unlucky with a triple captain. Yeah, you should have done more. We all expected more. Chelsea's XG, Jamie, did you see it? You lot had 5 point something. I think it was the record this season. Literally, you lot could have like scored any amount of goals. So you was very, very unlucky there. Timber's a good pick. And surprise, surprise, he was in my video last week as my main pick. And I think he'll be coming into my team this week. He looks unreal, he does. I'm really impressed with him. I thought I had a good defense last game week with TA, Gabriel, and Rico Lewis. None of them, yeah. You know what, Eric? Do you know how unlucky you got? First of all, hello, welcome to the stream. Do you know how unlucky you got? That's so unlucky. That's unreal. My one was bad. Yours was because you have got. That's an incredible defense. I mean, Rico Lewis, if he starts and City keep clean sheets, Gabriel and TAA, perfect. You're ahead of everyone because I think this week a lot of people are going Trent. A lot of people. He's only played managed minutes, yet he's got 2 assists in 2 games. Speaking last night, I've done deadline dilemmas with Praz, and that's his move. Trent's coming in. Loads of other elite FPL managers are bringing him in as well. So you're ahead of the game there. You're very unlucky though. Hopefully this week though, surely this week you capitalize. Joe Gomez to start. Worried over the sub midweek. Yeah, mate. I'm worried about that as well. I was thinking it's a lovely, cheap way into this Liverpool team, but I'm not quite sure what Slot is doing there because he played Kwanzaa right back at first, which didn't seem right. And he played Gomez centre back, where we've seen Klopp before play Gomez right back because he can play full back. I think he's faster than Kwanzaa as well. It didn't look good. You're right. And we're not even sure now which one of them's going to play. At one stage, it looked like Gomez is the starter. And you could argue he's still ahead of Kwanzaa, but it's a risky one, David. I'm really not sure. I'm going to do a predicted team later on tonight. I'll put it on X and the other socials, my predicted team. But that's such a difficult one. If you've already got him at that cheap price, as long as you've got bench cover, I'd start him, to be honest. Especially as a Merseyside derby, the emotions. Gomez has been there, done it, where Kwanzaa might find that a difficult fixture. That would make me think Gomez starts that game. After that, though, I'm not sure. Chelsea, good away. Yeah, exactly. Junior, spot on. That's the thinking behind the Palmer. I know you've got Jackson as well. And yeah, for me, that's the thinking. And Spurs, did you see? You saw the XG they gave up last night. We'll look through clean sheet odds and goal scoring odds in a minute as well. I've got that data for you, which if you've got any 50-50s, any dilemmas, helps clear up. If you prefer data-driven decisions, we're going to use that. Oh, look at this. Dan, how you doing, my friend? You're right. Gabriel to Trentmore. Hello from Paris. Oh, yes. This guy, but he's always on holiday. I hope you're having a good time, mate. That's a tricky one because then you're losing an Arsenal defender, which a lot of us, Dan, are doubling up in. But you're gaining a defender with the highest ceiling possible. So if you've already got another Arsenal defender, then yeah, do it, especially with the yellow flag. But if not, I'd say find another way to Trent, mate. Keep Gabriel. Arsenal, did you see what they done to Man United with set pieces? And that was without Gabriel, who's their best attacker of the ball. They're just going to keep doing it. There's still another 2-3 set piece goals this season for Gabriel. When you add the clean sheets, you'll be upset. I think you need to find another way to Trent. That's my opinion, mate. But I'm glad to see you jumping in, Neil. At the moment, I'm thinking of bringing in a Liverpool defender, keeper, but in order to have to remove Bruno for Semenyo and add funds for Trent. Yeah, you see, a lot of people. I told you, Eric, you're ahead. Everyone wants to go Trent now. I feel upset. I sold Trent just 3 weeks ago, and now everyone's going there. But I can see why, though. But Ray, don't go if you're going to Liverpool. It's either got to be Van Dijk or Trent now, because look what David said a minute ago. The fear with regarding Gomez or Quansah is high, so it's a bit too risky. I think Trent and Van Dijk, if you can get there, they're more money, but you get the reliabilities and attacking threat as well. Salem, yes, what's going on? Yes, that's good to see you, bro. Glad you're here. How are you set for this week? Transfers done? Captaincy locked in? 88 points. Only wild card used. What? What is this? What is this? Okay, getting angry at Solanke. Yeah. I think the Solanke move, he's got to go. Because even though Spurs, I mean, to be fair, every move you've done must be working for you to be flying that high. Solanke's frustrating because you watch him and he's so important. I saw statistics this week, actually, on Sky Sports. He was top of all the statistics for things like running, tackling, involvement. But the important statistics for FPL managers, scoring and attacking returns, there's none. If you can get to Isaac, that's a no-brainer. Honest to God, it's a no-brainer, yeah, mate. But Solanke has Southampton soon. I know. Now, I'd still get rid of him. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon and say Spurs are finished. I know there was a lot of... Did you lot see the uproar of Ange and the fans last night? They were literally telling him to, I won't use the language, but telling him to go home. We don't want you. And it hurt him. You could tell. I'm not even sure if he's going to finish the season, especially if Chelsea give them a beating this weekend. But anyway, FPL guy, to answer your question, I think move him on. And if you can get to Isaac, if not Jackson, how about Jackson? He's got good fixtures. Timber in for me too. Would love to. Yeah. Timber, it's got to be done. Yeah, it's an easy move. Raya. You prefer Raya than Timber? I mean, they're both class. It doesn't matter. With Raya, you get peace of mind. No. Even when Ben White's back, there's no issues. He starts every game. With Timber, of course, his minutes could be risky, but then you've got an attacking potential with minutes. Yes, exactly. Bud, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. You know me, I'm going to forget. I'm just going to talk football and FPL. So please do that. Really appreciate that. We've been doing these weekly at the moment, and I've been enjoying them, and the feedback has been good from you guys as well. So, yeah. Hopefully we keep now. Yeah, true. But plus Alisson returning soon. That's why I said don't go Keller. And especially with that mistake he made against Newcastle, it almost gives Slot an easy way to say, look, I'm bringing Alisson back in. Even though, to be fair, Slot's already said once Alisson's fit, he's going straight back in. So Keller's not a FPL asset. No, that boat sailed. No, not yet. And Mbumo to Bruno Fernandes or Isaac to Jackson. Oh, that Isaac to Jackson one is a very difficult. That is a very difficult one, because look at Jackson's fixtures, but look at Isaac's fixtures as well. That one's a difficult one. In fact, I've got a plan where I might end up with both of them if I don't go Trent. And we're going to discuss this when I reach my transfers, because I'm looking at so many different possibilities. I'm not sure about Bruno Fernandes either, mate. People are selling him, so that's an interesting one if you do go there. Manchester United's fixtures still. Jamie Hayes, Solanke has scored 32 and so good. Yeah, Jamie, you're right. He struggled. I like Solanke. Remember, he was at Liverpool. He came from Chelsea as well, so he's a good player, and he deserved his move to Spurs. But whatever's happening with this system, the way Spurs play, and their attacking numbers are incredible. He's part of the reason, because he's so good at winning the ball back, at pressing. But for whatever it is, the ball's not dropping to him. It's not dropping to him, so I don't like him as an FPL asset. Yes. Man, Boona, what's going on, mate? How you doing? Good to see you, man. I'm glad you could drop in, man. I love that. Love to see you on. I'm seeing all my boys here. I have Jackson and Arsenal double up. Okay. So you're already in a good position. Okay. Yeah. So you're still thinking to move Solanke. Then, yeah, try and get to Isaac. Yeah. Simple as that. I'm thinking about that move. I mean, you let me know. As I said, you're the one that's flying. Let me know if you think that's a good move to have what's his name? Jackson and Isaac and one cheap striker beside them, like a Pedro. I'm thinking going Solanke to Isaac, yeah, and Bumo to S. Okay, but Ben say for Rodgers this week. Yeah, that's good. Rodgers' fixture is incredible. He's in my mind, but there's a lot of talk about him being benched. So that's the only worry with Rodgers. Wicked fixture. Southampton are hideous. So it's such a gorgeous fixture. The big problem we've got there, Emre spoke, not even this game week, the game week before. He said he's due a rest, and he said that he was very specific. He said we might have to use Buendia, the player. Everyone's forgot about him. We might have to use him because Rodgers, obviously, I spoke about this last week. He is very close to a rest, and this could be the game. You saw teams, Chelsea took the opportunity. They look at Southampton. It sounds so disrespectful as an easy fixture. So we should be able to beat them with our B team. So they rotate. Chelsea even rotated the goalkeeper. So that tells you. And I think Villa could do it. So it's a tricky one there, mate. Whether you want to do it, you could risk it and hope he doesn't even play no minutes. So either he starts or doesn't start, and then your bench Eza comes on. So it's a tricky one that I can't lie to you. I do like the move though to Isaac. That's an easy one. Press that one's easy, but it's just whether Eza or Rodgers starts. I prefer Rodgers' fixtures. Chelsea left Jackson on the bench against Southampton. Will he start against? Yeah, he's back. That's it now. Yeah, he's had his rest. The only time he'll rest again is when he gets that yellow card, which means he's forced into a rest. So yeah, he will start. He's been electric for them. Even though Maresca spoke about Chelsea, what did he speak about? He said Nkunku's going to get Premier League minutes, which made me think, oh no, are they going to start rotating? But I don't think so. I think Jackson is locked in for at least 75, 80 minutes week in, week out. He's too important to them. Would you do Cunha to Jackson if you had the money? You know what's hard about that one is Cunha's fixtures. So he's interesting one. Since the 16-pointer 2 weeks ago, he's had, let's go to fixtures. So let's Wolves. Wolves have got West Ham, which is a good fixture. Then they've got Ipswich and Leicester. You could regret selling him. That's the problem. But then on the other hand, he's had 4 shots, 2 shots in each games in the last 2. They're both from outside the area. The XG is very low. You're relying on him scoring a worldie, which he has been doing this season. But what's the odds of repeating it week in, week out? That's the problem you've got with him. You need, because he's playing behind the strikers. It's a very tricky one. That one there you could regret. If there's another way, yes, to keep him for Ipswich and Leicester, they're just 2 good fixtures. It'd be hard for you to sell him. But on the flip side, Jackson is a far superior asset. So I hope that's made it easier. It's a tricky one at times to give you a definitive answer. It's a very tricky one there. Has anyone seen the Gabriel news? Oh, Bruno, don't start. Uh-oh. This guy's renowned for giving out fake news. So listen. Don't try it here, mate. What is the news? If it's genuine, can anyone on the chat actually check if it's real or not? Fuming. No, I'm gonna have to sell. I don't believe you. Don't sell Gabriel. Be careful. Don't sell him. Bruno's notorious for making stuff up here and mocking and giving fake team news. So don't fall for it. Playing different positions recently. The fixtures coming up. I would sell him now if you've got him, or don't buy him. That's what I was trying to sell Yasin. I wouldn't buy Bruno. No chance. He's been playing in the middle too. Amarin likes. He played Garnacho and Mounts behind the strikers. No, I'm not sure of Bruno yet. No. I have a dilemma with Bruno to keep or bin him, as has been returning before, but we need him. Yeah, Chris, I think you sell him, if I'm honest with you. Just who can you get to? There's not many options. If you've got Saka, Palmer, and Salah, so that's the 3 premiums in midfield. Son has been underwhelming. Bruno's been underwhelming. Foden has been hideous. But Foden hasn't scored a goal this season. KDB is a differential. And what I mean by that is, if he is fit and he plays the games, we know he's world class. And he's one of the reasons Manchester City beat Nottingham Forest. But his fitness, I don't know if you want to go there. Is it too early? After that, you have to drop down cheaper. It's either Rodgers, Semenyo, Madueke, who else? Enzo. There's not really there's not much options. The Spurs midfielders, they scare me. Which one do you go for? Brennan Johnson, Kulevski, who is it? So that's a tricky one. But Bruno has to go. So maybe you could go Bruno to someone cheaper and then use that money to buff up either up front or the defense. That's what a lot of managers are doing this week. That's the trend, I will say. He didn't train. Oh, is that definite? Yeah. Okay, so more people. I thought Boona's just making up lies. So what? Is this Gabrielle? FPL guys, this Gabrielle. Let me know, mate. Hi, Mo. Starting Bumo Semenyo. Semenyo, easy. Ipswich, mate. It's good to see you though, Davis. But yeah, and Bumo in the last I think in the last 4 games, hasn't had a shot. He's had XG of 0.00. It's very bad. I'm not quite sure how it's dried up that much. For me, Semenyo, very good. Ignore me at your pearl. Boona, I'm not sure what to say with you now because the FPL guy just said he hasn't trained. So I won't discount you just yet. What I'll say is make sure you validate any information. That's all I'm going to say. What about if you listen as an option? Yeah, that's a good option, bud. Yeah. It's a very good option. He was so unlucky to not score last night. I know a couple of other top managers that have gone there. We've got a lot of strikers in the cheap market. I remember in my video about 3 weeks ago, I done a list of them, and there's so many good cheap strikers, and he was one of them. He's been very, very good in Bournemouth's fixtures. Where are Bournemouth on this list? Bournemouth, look, they're second in the fixture list. Ipswich, West Ham, is it Man U, Crystal Palace, full good fixtures. So that's actually a very, very good shout. I like that. I really, really like that. It's a good shout. Mo, I'm sick of him. Yeah. No. I'm not going to convince you. He's going from my team. We're going to discuss transfers. What I'm thinking in a minute. He might not go this week. He might survive this week. But next week, excuse me, he's finished. He's absolutely finished. He's gone. Excuse me. Oh. You've already got a triple Arsenal, which this is the reason you're flying, Chris. You was ahead of the game. You had triple Arsenal from the get-go. But now you're getting a taste. You want a differential. You want Odegaard. So you're in a horrible position. You'd have to get rid of one of them. I'm not sure how ideal that is, unless you're that keen on Odegaard. And then basically this week might give you the opportunity to do it because Gabriel, if he's not going to play again this week, you could take that as the ammunition you need to sell him. But bear in mind, you'll only have single cover in Arsenal defense, which is still good, but you'll have double attack, which will be very differential. I don't think many people are going to have Arsenal double attack. Some might have Saka and Havertz, but Saka and Odegaard would be delicious. I do like that move. I was discussing it with Junior midweek regarding that move, and it's got potential there. Not with the team, same as California. Oh, okay. So this is good news for Timber. So that's one thing. The minutes are locked, but bad news for Gabriel. I don't know. That's annoying. That. That's made me think. So we're going to need to. So that move might need to lastminute.com tomorrow morning before the deadline. I might have my second move ready because I'm not sure how I feel with 2 blanks from Gabriel in a row. That's quite frustrating. I'm not quite sure. Let me know in the comments what you're going to do. If you're going to get rid or keep him. Yeah. That's a good move, mate. This is a solid move. Did you watch me in Praz last night? Is that what it is? Yeah, that's the move we were discussing. Yeah, it's a very good move, mate. Love it. Boone is trying to, yeah. I'm not sure what you're trying to do, Boone. You're trying to scare us. Hit the like. Thank you, Colm. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you well. Hope you and the family are good. Other than Raya, any other keepers you recommend? I have Keller, so I need to get rid. Yeah, you're going to need to get rid. Sanchez, who is a rubbish keeper, but they got good fixtures. Look at Chelsea's fixtures. Look, after Tottenham, they've got Brentford, Everton, Fulham, Ipswich, and the fixtures keep going. Maybe that's the only option I can think of, if I'm honest with you, for good fixtures. Arsenal, Raya would be good if you've got the money, but how can you get to him? Raya, Arsenal's top of the fixture list for the next 5. Bournemouth, but do you want a Bournemouth goalkeeper? No. It's just difficult. Brighton was an option, but they don't look like keeping clean sheets, do they? They don't look like keeping clean sheets. So I'd recommend, believe it or not, Sanchez. Now, he rotated midweek for Southampton, but I think that's just a rotation. He'll be back in the team. Well, yeah, I don't want to get rid of him. But I think with my defense, we'll go back to my team a minute ago. I don't want to get rid of him either. In fact, like I said, I'm looking to double up on the Arsenal defense with Timber. That's how confident I am of Arsenal. I think Arsenal, in the next 5, I think they keep 3 clean sheets. That's my personal opinion. I don't know what you guys think, if you agree or disagree, FPL guy. That's my opinion. So I'm in agreement with you. I'd only get rid of him if I knew that he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. That's the only thing that would disturb me. But yeah, it's quite frustrating. I'm not even sure what his injury was. He got punched in the head, didn't he? They didn't take him off using the concussion protocol. So we thought, okay, he's going to be ready for the next game. But then he wasn't. That's really frustrating, that maybe. Thanks for the advice, it's well. No worries. Go back to work. Want to keep watching. Keep it on in the background, mate. Make sure you like before you go, always. I'm glad you're watching. Work on a Friday, innit? It's not on. We shouldn't have to work. I've said it before. The working week should be Monday to Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday should be the weekend. I mean, do you agree? I mean, for me, it should be the law around the whole world. I had Timber Mikalenko this week with Salah. Oh, God. That's why I got, yeah. That's unreal, that is. I mean, the Mikalenko one, I had him as well. We will take it. We will take it because Everton giving us a clean sheet and him getting a dodgy assist as well. We will take that. We will take that. I wish I could get it, but can't be fired. Yes, yeah. yeah, don't get fired. Yeah, we don't want that. No chance. Shout out to El Kanuti from Leicester, one to watch. Rude gets, yeah. He had a good game, didn't he? I was like you, yes, and I had a watch on him. Obviously, being a Moroccan player, I had one eye on him, thinking, oh, let's see. And Ruud van Nistelrooy's done not bad so far. I hope you lot saw the clip of Ruud van Nistelrooy dancing in the changing room with the team. That's classic, and that's good content. I would have put it on my channel if I could, but yeah, probably get a strike and it. Copyright strike. So, but it's funny. Check it out. You'll like it. Ruud van Nistelrooy comes across really well, actually, and I'm happy for him. So, if benching and Bumo over Semenyo is worth it, a downgrade to 5.2 mid this week for free. So I can go Robertson, TA, give me 16, or just roll, do both, and give me 16. Benching over Semenyo is worth it. Downgrade 5.2. I think you might be able to save it, Davis, and do 2 next week. I've got the same dilemma. Do I do it this week? I've got the exact same similar dilemma, whether to do the second move this week or wait next week, because there's so much more information for next week. And in fact, let's go and talk about, let's come back to, so that was my team. This is my potential transfers. So this might help Davis as well. So I'm going to show you. For me, Mikalenko to Timber. I think that's an easy move. I'll say thank you very much for Mikalenko for giving me the 15-pointer or 11-pointer, but bye-bye. Reason is Everton's fixtures are poisonous. They are starting with Liverpool tomorrow. Merseyside derby. We don't want him for that. I don't want to play him. So he's got to go. Then the other transfer I was thinking is in Mbumo to Rodgers. Now, hear me out here. The plan would be to put money in my bank so potentially I can get a Liverpool defender. I don't think I'll be able to reach Trent, but I would be able to reach Van Dijk. Or the other option is take Raul Jimenez, who's on my bench because they've got Arsenal, to Jackson. That would be incredible. So I'd have Pedro, Jackson, and Isaac. So which means I will be going against teams because a lot of the managers, obviously we're not copying other managers, but it's good to see tactics and strategies. And if you want to put a plan in place to see how you're going to go against them, a lot of them are moving that money and Mbumo money into Trent and another Arsenal defender. And I'm thinking to get the Arsenal defender, but dodge the Liverpool defender and get Jackson, because no one will have Jackson, Isaac together. Normally, everyone has one. So that's the thinking. That's the strategy I'm thinking at the moment. Can I go against them with that? Now, the risk is Liverpool's fixtures are decent. Look at it. Where's Liverpool? Where are they? I said they're decent, and I can't find them. There they are. Everton next, then Fulham, then Tottenham, Leicester, and West Ham. They're decent. There's potential clean sheets, and with Trent, there's always attacking returns. So going against him is quite scary. But then you look at Chelsea's fixtures, and then they've got, after Tottenham, they've got Brentford, Everton, Fulham, Ipswich. I can see Jackson scoring in at least 3 of the next 5. So can I go against him? So, I mean, let me know in the chat. Do you think that's a valid strategy there? Can you do it? And then to answer Davies, like you said, the situation I'm in, I'm definitely going to do a defender this week because I'm not confident with my subs and the people playing. So Mikalenko to Timber, and he would start. But then that would be one move locked in. The second move, I could just play in Bumo against Newcastle and just hope he does something, albeit the data tells us he's far away from goal. As I said, 3 games, no shots. And Newcastle being not too bad. So, but I could play him and have 2 moves next week, which gives me more information to be able to do whether I attack the defense or attack the attack, if that makes sense, up front. So these are the things that's going through in my mind. I mean, you let me know what you think, if that strategy is valid and if that could work. So that's where I'm at with transfers. Currently done none yet. There was no potential prize rises for Timber, so I wasn't too worried. But that's the moves I'm looking at. The team currently is predicted to score 52 points, which is not great. You'd love it to be near 60 points, but it is what it is. These are just predictions, of course. And bear in mind, this is before I add Timber and if I did do the other move. So bear that in mind. Yeah. So that's the moves I was thinking. Is the predicted points, the captaincy. We need to talk about that as well because we're getting right into the juicy part of the stream. So let's have a look. If I put up all the comments on Boomo, yep. I'm trying to answer as we go and we can review my team. Tell me. Yeah, cool, bro. Yeah. Send them to me. Yeah. send it to me. Let me have a look, see how you're doing. I need to keep an eye on your moves. That's what I need to do. Keep an eye on your moves. In fact, it's a shame you're not in the trophy mini league. Might have to send you the code. Before I got you want to say hi. Okay. Bags and Nova, yes. Work Friday for paying your wage, especially contractors. Work Friday if I'm paying your wage, especially. Yes, Paul, good to see you, mate. Your big contractor wages, send them my way. Yeah. You know what you could do, Paul, with your big wages? Do a super chat. You know that money comes straight into my pocket, yeah? I can get myself a nice coffee. It's going to be interesting to see who manages captain this week with Tottenham. We're all over the. I know. The captaincy we're going to speak about in a minute. Now we're going to talk about that in a minute because the captaincy this week is juicy. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a good one this week. Why is Semenyo over Kluivert? Kluivert has more points. Yeah, Kluivert's had more points, but 4 of them are penalties. And he's the one that gets rotated a little bit more. He comes off a bit more. Nothing's wrong with Kluivert. If you prefer, the penalties is a big draw, actually. So I can't even discount it. Just Semenyo, I've already got him, first of all. If you don't own either of them, then you can make that decision. For me, that's not even a discussion, Yasin. I'm not going to move sideways from Semenyo to, but you're right. If you're at the point of buying, that's a perfectly valid point there. You can, yeah. Penalties, the minutes are pretty good. He's returning and cheaper. Very, very true. I will though say Semenyo is the kind of main guy for that team. So, okay, cool. These guys, let's have a look here. I have 5 free transfers. I've done a Bumo to Bowen as a punt. That's a big punt. I mean, especially the way West Ham played. I mean, he still looks good and lively when he gets the ball, but it's quite worrying, isn't it? What are you going to do with your other moves? 5 transfers. I don't know how you've reached that. I've not achieved that. I think I've rolled maximum to 2 transfers. How have you reached 5 transfers? Wow, you've got very lucky with injuries, or your team, your squad is so strong you could rotate. Very good. That's very impressive. FPL Worm, good to see you. How you doing, my friend? He was so close to scoring last week, yeah? I can't stop. Your name comes to my mind when I'm watching Forest now. Top player. But yeah, let's go. Let's have a look at captaincy. Let's talk about captaincy. So this week here, I've always got the 4 main culprits for captaincy. But of course, sometimes there's alternatives. Like, sometimes there might be an Isaac or a Jackson or, I don't know, someone else. This week, the data tells us Salah is the favorite. He's predicted 6.26. Some models predict him even higher. The way he's playing at the moment, you'll be going against form. You'll be going against the fixture. You'll be going against everything. He is beyond flying. What are the negatives? So that's all the positives. The team's playing well. He's playing well. He's on form. The fixture's good. Okay, these are all positives. The negative of Salah, there's not many here. I'm reaching, but I'll try. First is the Merseyside derby. A lot of emotion in that game. Second of all, what makes it even more heightened, it's the last ever Merseyside derby at Everton Stadium. Next season, they move to a new stadium. So they're going to want to try and end it. Their record against Liverpool's been hideous. They're going to try and want to end the memories at that stadium on a win, or at minimum, a draw. Okay. The next thing is, you could argue Sean Dice they beat Wolves, was it 4-0? Clean sheet, looks pretty good. I know we are talking about Wolves here, and Liverpool are a complete different team, of course. So these are and the wind. Now there's wind forecast tomorrow, which is going to interrupt. It could make the game really, really ugly. It might suit Dominic Calvert-Lewin, just balls in the air, boot. The winds are predicted. After you finish this, go and check the UK weather tomorrow. There's weather warnings everywhere. So they're the negatives. They're the only negatives. But the reality is, I've got the number one gold on him. He is the best captain. If you're going against him, you have to bear in mind that, like, currently, I'm thinking Palmer. Now, sometimes I say it out loud and it sounds stupid. And sometimes I think, actually, it's not bad. Spurs look poor. The team, the fans are ready to pounce on the team and the manager. You saw that last night. They conceded over 3 XG against Bournemouth. And Bournemouth are a good team. I appreciate that. They play a very high line. All of this, for me, fits in with how Chelsea play. Very aggressive attack. Chelsea's attack looks gorgeous. I mean, any permutation they play up top is going to be formidable. More than likely, they'll go back to Madueke, Jackson, Palmer, and whether it's Sancho or who's been playing on the left before, I've forgotten one name. Was it Pedro? Whoever it is on the left. They've got so many players then. Enzo's been popping up with goals. They just look really, really good. And if they play that high line, Chelsea are gonna punish them. And then, as Junior said earlier on in the chat, Dave record is very good away, Chelsea. So I'm building a narrative here. For me, he's predicted 6.66. I think I must know 5.66. It's not bad. And surely there's goals in there for him in this fixture. After that, if you do own Haaland, he's still a good bet as well. Crystal Palace been poor defensively. Yes, it's an away fixture, but it's a good fixture. I know last week he still didn't return. He got an assist. When does Haaland ever get an assist? I think it's his first of the season. And last, I've got Saka against Fulham. I mean, would you go there? He's predicted 5.23. Fulham look pretty good, don't they? And it's away as well. These are the 4 captains, the alternatives. What else do we have? Isaac against Brentford away. Not ideal. Brentford pretty good at home. It's not the best fixture. Who else is there? I'm trying to think if there's any other ones that we're thinking of. There isn't. It's mainly these. So let me know in the chat who you're captaining. Is it straightforward? You're not going to overthink it. Salah and move on. Part of me, I'm going in between Palmer and Salah. Honestly, I'm in between, in and out. So yeah, let me know. Nick Hub, hi Mo, 2 free transfers, 2.3 in the bank, Van der Berg and Mbumo out to 6.8 million mids, suggestions welcome. I have the same midfield as you, B. Stewart and Mbumo. B. Stewart and Mbumo to Isaac and Diblin. I don't like the Diblin pick, especially if you have to utilize him, albeit he was amazing against Brighton. He's a good young player. I didn't know he was that good. It's the first time I really watched him, but I think, to be honest, the top one maybe makes more sense, albeit you don't get Isaac. Depends what your attack is at the moment, actually. If you've got a good enough attack, the top one, I think, gives you more value. Trent, I spoke about him earlier on, mate. He's a solid pick. Suggestions for midfield is where it's difficult. There's not much. Matoma was one of my suggestions, but Brighton, they've been Jekyll and Hyde. I know they're up there, like top 6, whatever it is. They're doing good. But you saw them in their last fixture. They looked pretty rubbish, didn't they? Then you got Madueke, who looks good, but then the comments from Maresca and the potential minutes risk. I just said they've got loads of options. That one, I'm not quite sure. Rodgers is the perfect cheap option. Beautiful fixture against Southampton if you already don't own him. But he could be rested this week. Then you've got Semenyo, who's a good fixture, or someone, Yasin just said in the chat, you could go Clivert and leave the money in the bank to improve somewhere else. But there's not many midfielders at 6.8. There really isn't. It's either the cheaps or you go up. So TAA and a cheap one and then take that money elsewhere, potentially. That could be something, mate. Let me know what you think about that. The Isaac move is gorgeous. If you don't have to use Dibbling, you can go there. Definitely. Yeah, man. Keep your comments coming in, guys. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, please, yeah? Really appreciate it. I'm happy that everyone's here, even though Pedro... Cole, You're 100% spot on. I was actually angry with myself. You know, I benched him. I've benched him 2 weeks in a row. Even I have to laugh. And this week I'm going to play him. Watch him don't start. That's how FPL works. You watch. He's not even going to start. But you are right. He's pivotal. And I mean, Fabian even already said that, the manager. He said that he's pivotal to our team, to our attack. So, yeah. I mean, he is due a rest because the congested games, and he's come back from a pretty big injury as well. So, but totally agree with you. If I'm honest. You're totally right. I got away with it there. He could have scored more. Lucky Ollie dodged an assist. And he's also building a Twitter audience. Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm not social media expert. I've got a decent following. Mainly interact with good accounts, mate, and they'll interact back with you. And from there, and especially, you know what, actually, I'm not saying for you to go one day and start bragging about your rank, because some people might take offense, but you are doing well. So share some of your talking points, your dilemmas. People are going to want to know. When you're doing well, naturally the audience will gravitate to you as well, because they want to know how comes, what moves are you doing. So definitely interact with a couple of accounts. Share your FPL knowledge, because clearly you've got it. So that alone will help you bring an audience who are interested to see what you're going to do. And then from there, you'll meet the other accounts. And next thing you know, you've got so many people tweeting you, you'll be fed up. You'll regret having a big audience. Yeah, you see, look at you. You're flying and you're not. Is that though because you're defending? You're playing defensive because you're so high up? Or would you do that anyway, regardless? Junior Watkins captain. That's actually a good shout. You know what, Junior? If you've got him, that's a very good point. Southampton. It's the best fixture this week. And we're going to go into the data in a minute. I've got the data to back that up. That's a good segue, Junior. The two things against that. His minutes have been weird. Have you seen his minutes this season, Junior? He's only playing like 60, 65, at times 70. They're trying to look after him. I'm not sure if he's managing an injury or Emre's just looking at the games. And the only other negative I can think of is, I said a minute ago, teams maybe are starting to look at Southampton as a game where they can rotate because they're a bit rubbish and still win. So maybe that might happen there again. He might play less minutes. I really don't know. Duran, I think, starts the game against Southampton, but does he start with Watkins and Watkins together, or does Watkins get a rest, or does he take Rodgers' place? There's a lot of potentials there. Who's the other one? I forgot his name now. He might be playing a Rodgers. There's a lot of options. They might rotate this weekend. So that's the only thing against that, but that's a really good move. I do like it. No, I forgot about that one. That's a good shout, mate. What about Jackson's captaincy? Yeah, nothing wrong with it. He's been so consistent. Maybe not like crazy explosive, but he's been very good. And now he's had his rest. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Against Tottenham's high line, he's the player I think that's going to punish them. The way Tottenham play, Jackson's going to punish them. Running through the channels, and Tottenham won't have Van der Ven, who's their speed merchant, to catch up with Jackson, and they won't have Romero. So, and you saw how they defended against Bournemouth, boy, and Chelsea's attack. People are forgetting about Chelsea. They've crept in very slyly. They're in the same points as Arsenal. They're challenging for the Prem. They're trying to bat it away and pretend they're underdogs. The reality is they're challenging for the Prem. So tells you how strong they are. So yeah, nothing wrong with that move as well. It's just maybe Palmer's a better option. First, midfielders get the clean sheet point. They get he's got the penalties. That's the only thing you could argue. There's a bit more. They get more points for scoring, assisting. That's the reason it's quite rare this season that people have been captaining strikers. Salah, yeah, you see, Watkins could be a good shout. Yeah, you're agreeing with Junior there. That's what Junior said as well. Salah captain for you as well now. Okay, so it's looking kind of, yeah, it's sounding like I'm crazy for not captaining Salah. No, I was considering it as well, mate. Maybe both of us are crazy. I feel like at one point, surely he blanks, yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Wow, this is not my burner account. I was thinking the same thing. That's just come straight from my mind. I think the same thing. I think the fans at Goodison Park, I said to you, it's a historic. Everton's one of the oldest teams in the English Football League. I think they're one of the few teams. They've got so much history there. I don't think they're going to want to get battered. So they might still lose, but I don't think they're going to get a battering. They're going to park a huge bus. The combination of the wind, the tackles are going to be flying in. Salah could still easily destroy them. I'm not saying that here, but this is the narrative. This is what I was thinking, Worm. Exactly what you just said. Exactly what you just said. But then look at the other managers in our chat. The two managers who said no chance, Salah, they're flying. They're not even considering, they're not even entertaining anyone. So maybe we're overthinking it. Maybe it's us overthinking it, trying to be too complicated. Maybe this is the week not to go against Salah. And he has been overperforming. I mean, as much as I love Salah, if you go on socials, you see me tweeting about him all the time. Incredible player. Best player maybe in the world at the moment. But can he continue what he's doing? Against Newcastle, he wasn't even having a good game. And then all of a sudden, he's near a hat-trick and an assist. It is, if people don't believe in form, watch Salah, because crazy. How the ball is dropping for him at the moment, absolutely unreal. I'm thinking going Boomo to Semenyo. Yeah. I think a lot of people are doing that, either Semenyo or Rodgers. I think a lot of people, yes, are just thinking, like I spoke about earlier on, the midfielders. The money, there's no one there. The options are not there. You either gamble knowing you're gambling, like really gamble, or there's no option. So you just go cheap and trusted, get the minutes, and just hope they can bag. Nothing wrong with that at all. Brighton are great against great teams and Port. Yeah, I've noticed that. I have noticed that. It's like they step up. Like, for example, I was watching Brighton carefully, Jamie, because I was doing some scouting. I was scouting potentially Matoma for that midfield position that Yessin and everyone seems they want to fill to replace Mbumo. And I was scouting Estupinan, who's very attacking, but then their defense don't look like they're keeping clean sheets. Look poor. Fulham were just carving them open. I mean, the goals they gave Fulham, did you see what the goalkeeper tried to do? They think they're all trying to play like Pep Guardiola. At times, you can't do that football when you've got Dunk, centre-back. Come on, man. Come on. Pedro has been heavily linked to Liverpool. Yeah, he's a good player. And he most probably suits Slot's system like we spoke about. That number 9/10 who links and brings the wingers. I can see it. I can see it. Nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't be. Would you be upset? I wouldn't be upset. And it's an early kickoff. Yeah, I know some people believe in it, but a lot of people don't put no weight on it. Like, yeah, a lot of people don't defend in my rank, but more. It's just more, and I'm a Liverpool fan. Yeah, of course. Welcome to the Liverpool crew. That's why I'm hoping to get a good finish this season. Planning to make a YouTube channel. Yes, why not? Of course, you can do it. You know what? Can I be honest with you? It makes a huge difference. If I started my channel, so I've only done it last season, this season, and I'm enjoying it. But I know for a fact the 2 seasons before then, I had ridiculous. I finished 1.3K and then 1.4K back to back. Like the odds of doing it's near impossible, but I'd done it. And if I'd done it then, I did say earlier on, a lot of people do, gravitate to the ones who are flying, which it's understandable. Some don't mind. They watch all content creators or FPL managers who may be entertaining or give good information. But one thing I'll say about FPL, Jamie, if you start on a season when you've had a flyer, brace yourself because you could have a poor season the next season. FPL is the kind of game you're never fully 100% in control. Me, a couple of other managers like, Late Riser, a couple of other elite managers struggling this season. And there's some that are flying, so it can happen. Just bear that in mind. Don't base it fully on that you're doing well, but it does help. So if you have a big finish, Jamie, 100% it makes a difference. It just gives you, it shouldn't be, but it gives you a bit more credentials where people go, okay, this guy's talking FPL, but does he know FPL? Has he actually done well? Has he actually had a top 10K finish? People do ask that, I know. I mean, that shouldn't stop you. People want to make content, even if you're not good at FPL. Like, people can do whatever they want to do. Nothing wrong with that. If you love talking football and FPL, do it. Then we can do some streams together. The only thing I say about Villa, they got Champions League. Yeah, and their squad is not as big as others. You've seen their defense has been decimated with injuries. Evening Singh. Anything about Nunes? I know you're done with Nunes, and I think a lot of Liverpool fans are done with Nunes. Yes, and it's a shame to see him like this, but he won't be at Liverpool next summer. Early kick off curse through. Oh, how you doing, Delia? Good to see you on here. You have been warned. So who are you going for? You're doing quite well at the moment. Who are you captaining, Delia? Who are you going for? Young defensive option for me this weekend. Yeah. No, no, don't pick him. No, no, no one against Liverpool. Even though they're bus parkers, that's the worst fixture. Jamie, just do it and use the season. But exactly, Yasin's right. I always recommend that you go for it, regardless of how well you do. If you enjoy something, you have to just put yourself out there. What's the worst that can happen? No one watches for a little while. You have to have a bit of thick skin and resilience. You just got to keep going, and then hopefully, slowly but surely, you start meeting people that enjoy your content and your style, and then hopefully from there and there, you'll be there in no time. Simple as that. Didn't Jackson get a hattie in the game last season? Oh my. I can't remember, Com. Did he? Is this the game you got? Oh, yeah. It was that silly game where they had the sending off and they still played high. Oh, yeah. You're right. I think you're right. Yes, you're right. I'm going to go through some more comments and I'm going to look at the data. You're right. Oh, you see? Yeah, Worm just said it. Yes, yes, yes. I might start a channel, but I'm just not sure. Just start. That's the best advice I'll say to you. Just start. Get yourself out there. Start. Especially as you're flying this season, go for it, mate. 100% go for it. 2-3 transfer sent would be more Lewis to Rogers and Van Dijk. So I know that's the same pain I've got, mate. I wanted Trent. I think I'm gonna have to go Van Dijk. Same, yeah, same moves. Apart from Lewis, I'm selling. I'm gonna sell Mikalenko. I want to keep Lewis because Man City's got a lot of injuries, and I know they've been rubbish, and he's been rubbish as well. If I'm honest with you, and I don't want to be harsh because he's a youngster, but he's been terrible. But he's gonna play, I think. And I will say this to you. Man City's next, I think 3 out of the 5 fixtures are the first kickoff, which means we might get team leaks. So at least if you keep Lewis, you might know if you're going to start him or bench him because you know the team leaks are there. So that's another potential in my head. So bear that in mind. Okay. Definitely, I'll keep doing it this year. Definitely. Yeah, good. Yeah, good stuff, Jamie. That's what I like to see, mate. Good. I'll be jumping on to watch yours, mate. Definitely. I'll be showing the support and love, man. Always. Channel for chat at some point. Yes, yeah, 100%. I'm still on Salah, Captain Dar. Wait and see. Who's your other option, Delia? If you don't go him, who's your other option? I already got Arsenal, West Ham score. Yes, yeah. The predictions have been really good. You know what? Last week I put a spreadsheet up, but I think it was closed. I saw the requests after I made a mistake. This week we need to do it that way so we can actually keep a tab. Because as I said, I'll give a prize to the winner. You know, that to make it more exciting, more for everyone. Sell 8 Nori instead of. Yeah, maybe. I said 8 Noris, maybe more attacking, but Wolves look trash. I mean, they're about to sack the manager, so maybe there's a manager bounce. But then I did say to you, Lewis, I'm not going to sit here and try and make a case to you. Look at Lewis has been hideous. Hence why he didn't start the last game and they kept a clean sheet. But they've got so many injuries. I think he's going to start. And then it's just Manchester City. And when you look at Manchester City's fixtures, I do think, look, Crystal Palace, Man United, Villa, Everton, Leicester. After the Everton, Leicester, they're going to start keeping cleans. They're not going to stay like this all season, that being rubbish. They're not. I've heard people saying they might not even make top 4. I refuse to believe that. So that's the reason I'm keeping Lewis, mate. But that one is a tricky one. Yeah, that's a tricky one there. That's actually a tricky one. I'm going to keep Lewis, but yeah, maybe you could keep 8 Nori. Wolves fixtures they are. Look, they're still good. They are, mate. They are. Look, West Ham, Ipswich, Leicester, they are still good. But then they just got smashed 4-0 by Everton. And then the game before that as well. They're in fact, let's segue on to the data. Let's have a look at the data. So let's have a look at this. What's Wolves' predictions this game week? So Wolves' clean sheet odds, they're at the bottom right-hand corner. They predicted 16% clean sheet odds. They just can't defend. They just can't defend. And they're playing West Ham, who have been poor this season, but West Ham's got some firepower. West Ham's predicted to score near 2 goals, 1.85. Do you really want... With 8 Nori, you have to think, you're not keeping a clean sheet. You're hoping for an attack in return. That's where you start from. With Manchester City, let's go to where's Manchester City. Let's find them. There they are. They against Crystal Palace. So Manchester City's clean sheet odds are 36%, one of the best this game weeks, which means long as Lewis starts, the data supports you playing him over 8 Nori. That's as simple as that. I mean, it doesn't always go like this. I'll just say that. Crystal Palace clean sheet odds are 13%. Man City predicted to score over 2 goals. So if you'd own a Man City attacker, if anyone does. You could be in for a treat here. Now, the reason Junior and Niall both said Aston Villa for Watkins or potentially Rodgers, they're predicted to score 2.35, basically 2 to 3 goals. Their clean sheet odds are 36%. And look at Southampton's clean sheet odds, 10%. They're in trouble. Southampton are in, you just need to target them. Southampton are in absolute dire trouble, man. They're in trouble. Liverpool, top left-hand corner. Everton are predicted to barely score 1 goal. I don't want to jinx it because obviously I'm a Liverpool fan, but they have been toothless. I'm not sure how they scored 4 against Wolves. It tells me how bad Wolves are. I mean, you could argue, was it Dawson scored 2 own goals for them? So, yeah. Liverpool predicted to score over 2 goals and 40% clean sheet odds. Arguably the best, is the best clean sheet odds this week. So I can see why Trent and Van Dijk, or maybe Gomez, they're very popular. You can see why. What else stands up here? Manchester United's clean sheet odds are 36%. They're playing Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest clean sheet odds are 15%. Manchester United predicted to score near 2 goals. What else? Tottenham v Chelsea, which is interesting in this game. Look what the data tell you. Have a look at Tottenham versus Chelsea, and you tell me what that data tells you. I'll let you know. While I look at the comments, have a little think about that, and you tell me what the data is telling us. But still, Salah seems... You're right, Delia, and that's why sometimes maybe we're trying to overthink it. Maybe we're trying to overthink it. You're 100% right. It's logical. The best player in the league, the highest goal scorer, the most FPL points, Liverpool top of the league, playing Everton. So maybe we're overthinking it. Maybe we are. Hi, Delia. You'll post this week without a spanner next year. I know we need to get Delia to become a moderator for real. I have to jump to a work call. Yes, nice one. Thank you. No worries, Yassine. Jump back on when you're done with your work call, bro. Make sure you like the stream before you go, of course. I'm planning to do 8 Nori today. Kirkez has been very impressive. Liverpool are looking at him as well, you know. He's in there. I heard he's in the running to become the new left back. First game in the game week is always risky to use captain on, so Sunday game feels safer. Saka Palmer. Job would be huge if you don't go. This is the thing, Eric. So you're saying that's what people refer to as the Gandhi rule. Never go for the first fixture. But do you actually believe in that? Or is it just scared because you've got nothing to look forward to? You'd rather have the captain almost in the pocket for assurances that it could save your game week. But if it's the best fixture, it's the best fixture. So, like you said, and the Salah's EO, especially with your rank, is going to be gigantic. It's going to be gigantic. Yeah, I need to fix that, definitely. Salah, Palmer, Saka, Mbumo, Semenyo, Jackson, Kuna, Pedro, bench 1. Currently in the boot. Yeah, Mbumo. No, 100% Marcus. I'm with you, mate. Easy one. The rest of that team is lovely, stacked. Mbumo, not one shot in, is it 3 or 4 games? No. That one's an easy one, mate. Everton, who can't score goals if the season depended on it, says a lot about Wolves. Yeah, it does. That's the reason I was saying 8 Nori. You're relying on him being Roberto Carlos, aren't you? Really? Because he ain't keeping a clean sheet. That's the honest truth. So, yeah, Bowen, Cunha, and Rodgers, bench 1. I think you start Rodgers and hope he plays because he's got the best fixture, Southampton. And then after that... Oh. Chat, help me with this one. This is such a it's a horrible one. My goodness. I'm thinking you bench Cunha. West Ham predicted near 2 goals. I'm only going by the data. It's so tight. I'm actually struggling. So when I'm like that, I'll go with the data. I think West Ham are predicted to score 1.85. Wolves are 1.33. West Ham's the home team. Cunha's a class player. I know this. And he's had 2 shots in the last 2 games, but they've been outside the area. They have to be worldies to beat your goalkeeper from there. Yeah, I'd most surely reluctantly bench Cunha. Sounds quite crazy saying that. I don't know. Rodgers might not play and make that easy for you. So, yeah. Tough one, that. Wolves to win 3-2 against West Ham. Yeah, we're gonna come to actually predictions quickly in a minute. Yeah, I can see the time we're going on now. So let me we've already done I'm flicking through the comments now. I was thinking about this last night. With City's fixtures turning good, do you think Vardy would be a good transfer? I wouldn't go there yet. He's formidable attacking wise. He's so good. His data's good, but Manchester City, man, still. I know they kept a clean sheet against Forest. Maybe wait a little bit. Yeah, like you said, the fixtures are going to change. The fixtures are going to, where the fixtures, Man City's fixtures are going to change. So yeah, maybe wait there a little bit. Yeah, I wouldn't go there yet. Extra days rest as well. Yep. Let me see here. Start Jackson or Rogers or Semenyo. Start Jackson, 100%. Easy. Yeah, start. If that's the options there, mate, start Jackson, definitely. Kirk smacked me a small green arrow. Yeah, you done well to have him. Very, very well. Would you do next game? We can boom or 8 Norwich, cheap and that line of get Vardy or Trent. You know what? So funny you should say that. That defense, I was having discussions. So I'm in WhatsApp groups with some of other FPL managers, some elite managers. I'm not going to even say their names on here. And that's where they're going. That's exactly where they're going. It means they said that their money will be tight because your team will be very tightly packed. You ain't got much movement after that. But that's where every penny would be spent. Exactly what you just said there, that defense. Vardy or Trent, Gabriel. Yeah, that's where a lot of people are going. Got the Liverpool and Arsenal coverage for clean sheets. You got Vardy when City do eventually start turning it around, and they will. And they've all got attacking threat. So that's where that money's going. Yeah, definitely. I love that. Whether you do it for a -4, can you make one more week? I've got a similar dilemma. Do I do a -4 this week to get rid of Mbeumo or let him play the Newcastle game and just roll the dice, even though he's been trash? But that defense, mate, looks like you're going towards a lot of the, as I said, elite managers are going down that route there. The moment I got Kenny in my team, he started. That's how I feel. Let's start Rogers and Sabedio. Rogers has got a better fixture. Actually, I'm going to say Semenyo. Simple. Because Semenyo's almost guaranteed the 90 minutes. Rogers might start against Southampton, but it looks like he's going to get a rest. I'll not sit on the fence and answer that one. Anyone notice that Iwobi's I know. I spoke to another manager who's exactly discussing this. He's flying recently and going under the radar. I didn't even mention it because part of me almost refuses to believe like Iwobi being an FPL asset, but he has been very good. Fulham's fixtures, though. Look at Fulham's fixtures. They're near third bottom. Arsenal, Liverpool, Southampton's very good. Then Chelsea, Bournemouth, they're not good fixtures. They're not. So you can get him for a cheap player that you don't mind subbing, but they're not great. Okay? They're not great at all. All right, we're going to do quick predictions. Look at the time. Everyone must be, I want to let you get on with your day, even though I'm enjoying this as well. So let's do quick predictions, I think, if there's any more questions, feel free to just keep putting them in the chat. Please make sure you're liking. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I've got another couple of good guests coming on. I think one next week, the one the week after, some really nice guests as well. So definitely subscribe so you get the notifications. Everton versus Liverpool. This is the big one. Big one, early kickoff. Yes, thank you, Jay. Make sure, exactly. Say it loud, yes. But, let's see this question here. People, check me. What about Brennan Johnson? Yeah, but I don't know. Spurs recently, I was saying it a minute ago, they've got Kulu as well. Son, they've got a lot of Madison. They've got good options, but it's like there isn't one guy that, you tend to have in a team 1 or 2 guys that everything kind of goes through them, which makes it easy for us FPL managers. But in Spurs' case, they're really sharing the points. And their attack's been incredible statistically, but I don't know. He's not been on. I didn't do him in my last couple of videos for recommendations, although I really rate him as a player. Nothing wrong with it at all. So if you fancy him, nothing wrong with that at all, mate. But for me, no. I think there's better options. I think I might even take Matoma ahead of him, which sounds weird because Matoma wasn't great against the, who is it? Fulham. Okay, let's go. I'm not working today. Perfect timing. Nice one, Delia. Right, 0-0. Oh, come on. 0-0 for Liverpool. Don't say that. Neil, you know what? I'm going to send in the chat later, actually, if you lot don't mind. It's up to you if you've got time. If not, I will try and put it together. I'm going to put a link to a spreadsheet and I'll copy it in my description. You can log in, add your predictions fully. We'll go through them now because I need them as well there. But you add them, then weekly, I'm going to see who's winning. And at the end of the season, I'm going to give away a wicked prize. I gave away a prize last week. I'll do prizes randomly, but I'll do one definitely end of the season for the best prediction. Something really, really juicy. Definitely. So 1-0 Everton now. 1-0 Liverpool. Yeah, exactly, Worm. Come on, mate. 2-0 Liverpool. Yes. You're actually been pretty good on your predictions now. 2-0 Yancolm as well. Yeah, you've been very good. Best in Boomer replacement. Semenyo. It's boring. Matoma, Madueke. I'd say if you Rodgers or Semenyo, keep the money and use that money elsewhere. I haven't seen any midfielders standing out. That's the honest truth. Start 2 out of the 3. You know what? Save this one. I'm going to do it in a Q&A. This is a good question, Jay. Let me go. Let's finish the predictions quickly. 2-0 Liverpool. Yes, I'm seeing a lot of 2. Okay. So, anyone? Oh, you've already got... Okay, mate. You've already got Semenyo. Then, do you like Matoma? Iwobi's mentioned. Someone mentioned him in the chat. Something cheap. Enzo's very cheap for Chelsea. Popping up with goals here and there. If you want to spend a bigger money, who can you get to? I'm trying to think. Who else is there? Madueke, but a minute's risk. I don't like Diaz or Gakpo. They're rotating. Brennan Johnson, someone mentioned a minute ago. Kulu. Nothing really stands out. That's the honest truth. I think the 2 cheap midfielders, Rodgers and Semenyo, I really like. You leave them in your team and put that money elsewhere. That's my take, mate. But you let me know if you think there's other options. 3-0 Liverpool. Yes. Jamie, 2-0. Right. So this is good. I'm glad you're doing correct. Right. Let's go to Aston Villa versus Southampton. I think Southampton could get a little beaten here. But as there might be some rotation, I'm going to go 3-0. I'm going to go 3-0. Yeah. What do you reckon? 3-0. That's what I'm thinking. 2-0. Okay, that's the Liverpool ones. Oh, 2-1 Jesse's. 2-1 Villa. 1-0. Only 1-0. Cool. Okay. I thought there might be more of a beat in there. Liverpool 1-1. Okay, cool. 3-1 Villa. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking around there. You think Southampton get a goal? Yeah. Interesting. 3-0. 3-1 Villa. Okay, it's looking... Yeah, no one's even said a draw. I've gone, that's me. 2-1 Villa. Okay. A lot of people are giving Southampton a goal. Fair play. You think that they did play pretty good against, was it against Brighton? Okay, so everyone, that's a clean sweep. Everyone's gone Villa there. We've kind of gone with the data. You saw the data earlier on. They are predicted to score the most goals this week. Brentford versus Newcastle. Now, Brentford at home are very good and they're rubbish away. So what do you think Brentford versus Newcastle? What do you reckon with this one, guys? Brentford versus Newcastle. Southampton are all right going forward. Villa are definitely... Yeah, good shout, Jamie. Fair play. It's a good point. Brentford, Newcastle 2-1, yeah. 2-2, okay. Maybe I should keep him Bumo. Maybe I should keep him one more week. That's making me confident. I hope you're right. I hope your predictions are good, mate. I really do. Some in here, their predictions are a bit shocking. Some are very good. I've actually been using some of your predictions. So 3-2 Newcastle. You're thinking a lot of goals there, Jay. Okay. Villa thrashing Southampton, no less than 4 goals. Okay, Shugsy, you're actually pretty strong on predictions. So you're thinking a beat in there. Interesting. Good to see you on, mate. 3-1 Newcastle. Aston Villa, 3-0. Okay, Eric's thinking a comfortable win as well. 2-0 to the Magpies. Okay. Jamie's going 3-2 Brentford. I'm going to keep Mbumo then, you know. Some of you on here, and you've got good predictions, Jamie. I might give Mbumo one more week, even though he's had no shots in 3 games and everyone's selling him. I'm going to lose value, though. 2-1 Newcastle. 2-3 Newcastle. Fair play. Okay, Eric, so you're going away win as well. All right, let's go Crystal Palace v Manchester City. Are Manchester City gonna start? Is this the comeback? Is this the comeback for Manchester City, guys? They beat comfortably Nottingham Forest. Is this going to be the comeback? Let me know what you think. So let's go. I'm going to go. I think they're going to beat Crystal Palace, you know. I'm going to go CRY1 and I'm going to go 3. CI. I'm going this. Causing average. Yeah. And especially with the wind tomorrow. So yeah. That's why I'm keeping Wissa. You're Jamie. You know what? You're convincing me now. You know, I think I might go with you there. You know, I might keep Mbumo for one more week. Crystal Palace 2. Okay, so man, this is the Man City comeback. 3-1. Everyone's going. Okay. Okay, you come in with the stats thing. I love this. Okay, so there is a difference in the early kickoffs. 2-1 City. 3-1 City. Interesting. I've gone 3-1 City as well. Oh, Delhi has gone for 1-1. Okay, this is more wishful thinking. What do you really think that Delhi? What do you really think? 2-1 City, we're gonna win the league. No bias. You know what? The honest truth is, City are that dangerous. I've not discounted them. A lot have. I've not discounted them. No chance. Okay, Czech's gone 2-1 Man City. Okay, it's a clean sweep. Eric's gone Man City. A lot of people have gone. Okay. What do you think, De Bruyne? I'm going to save that one. That's a good question for after this predictions, mate. I'm going to come back to that. It's a lovely question. After this week, let's go. Okay, that's good. You've gone to the next one. Eric's got for Man United, Nottingham Forest. 0-0. Maybe I should play sales then. I need to know how good Eric's predictions are first before I trust them. Good form. 2-0 United. 2-1 Manchester United. Okay, some are saying clean. See, this has got mixed 2-0. This is already getting mixed results here. This is interesting. This is already getting mixed results. This is very, very interesting. I like this. Yeah, this is getting mixed results here. 2-1 Man U. Okay, Jay's gone 2-1 Man U as well. I think everyone's got, a lot of people have got Man United. Some have gone for draws. 3-1. Okay, so this is a beating here. It looks like 2-1. Oh, no. Somehow I don't think that's going to come true, but let's see. I'm not going to discount it because you've got some of them right already. Yes, 2-0 United. All right, let's go to the Sunday fixtures. Who starts us off on Sunday? Fulham versus Arsenal. What are we saying, guys? I think this result's going to be... I'm going to go... Okay, Shugsy's gone 3-0. 2-0 Arsenal. 1-0 Arsenal. 3-1. Okay, Eric, you're going for them to concede. Wow. 4-0. Wow. Everyone's got Arsenal. Everyone's going Arsenal. Clean. Everyone's going Arsenal. Look at this. 4-0. 3-1. That's how strong Arsenal is. Fair play to you guys. Like, everyone's confident. I am as well. I think Arsenal win their next 6 games. That's the reason I'm tripling up. That's why Timber's coming in for me. I just think Arsenal look like they've rolled their sleeves up. They've had their little mini wobble at one stage, and I think now they're just gonna just destroy teams. Yeah, everyone's gone. Yeah, everyone's gone. Look at this. Right, fair play. Right, the next fixture. Who we got? Ipswich versus Bournemouth. Maybe they're not the most exciting. Bournemouth coming off a gorgeous win against Spurs. What do you think? Ipswich are not a bad team, actually. From all the promoted teams, I quite like them. I'm gonna go 1-1. Okay, Eric's gone 2-0, but good, 2 away. It's good for us Semenyo owners. 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. Oh, everyone's fancies a draw here. Interesting. That's actually interesting. What does the data say? The data favors Bournemouth here. But I trust you guys' judgment. Actually, a lot of you, okay, you've gone. Niall's gone. Cherry's there. Okay, there's a couple of Bournemouth wins here. 2-1. Yeah, there's a couple. Yeah, okay. So it has swayed. At first, you was going draws. Now it's gone. Okay, fair play. Right, let's go to the next one. Who we got? We've got Leicester versus Brighton. What do you reckon? Does Pedro get us some points here again? Does he start? Yes, mate. How you doing? Good to see you, man. Glad for jumping in, man. You've jumped in a bit late, but it's always a pleasure to see you. Make sure you're liking the stream, please. Okay, everyone's gone for Pedro Brace, Eric. Oi, oi, oi. Okay. I'm definitely not benching him this week, guys. So I'm not thinking it's a draw. Daniel, you've gone 3-0. Okay, you fancy Brighton really strongly. Fair play to you. I'm going to see your predictions. I'm keeping tabs of these. I need to see creating my own data model with your what's it called, predictions. 3-1. Pedro goal. I think the Pedro goal is very popular. My plan B is to sell and Bumo to. You know what? I'm going to save your question. So we're going to Q&A just after this prediction, and then we're done for today. I think we've covered everything. It's been a really good stream so far. I've actually enjoyed it. 2-1 Leicester. What? 2-1 Leicester. Okay. You've changed, Amy. Scratch. You've gone scratch that. 2-1 Leicester. Okay. Is that the new manager bounce, yeah? You just finished perfectly, mate. Put your feet up. Time to rest and enjoy, like you said, the weekend. Who have we got next after that fixture there? That's not the most exciting. What have we got? We've got Chelsea. Well, Tottenham versus Chelsea. This is a huge game. If Chelsea give them a beating, I don't know what's going to happen to Ange, The pressure is mounting. What do you reckon, guys? Oh, 4-1. Ange could get fired, guys, if this happens. Oh, wow. Wow. You're making me Palmer. I'm flip-flapping from things because that's making me think Palmer. Just from these predictions, you guys have convinced me, I think, to keep Mbumo, and you're nearly convincing me to captain Palmer. I swear. Look, goals. 3-3, 4-0, 3-2. If Chelsea are scoring this many goals, guys, why are you not captaining Palmer? Look at this. Everyone. Oh, okay. 3-2 Spurs. So Davies has gone for Spurs. Fair play. Surprisingly good at the big fight. Yeah. Forgot Palmer. Jackson. you sound like you're locked on to Jackson. You've got a cunning plan. Jackson is a serious cat. Yeah. Someone just said that as well. Jay just said it just now, mate. Just said exactly that. Because he's going to destroy them with that high line. I'm in agreement. If you've got him this week, whether you're brave enough to captain him, but you're going to enjoy your points. Like, honestly. Oh, and what did I say about the data earlier on? I asked you, I posed you a little question, and I said about the data. Look at the Tottenham Chelsea data. So what that's basically telling you is they're both predicted to score near 2 goals, and they're not going to keep clean sheets. Even the data models are telling us that they're going to. There's no clean sheets here. There's just pure goals, and I actually believe it. I think that's why your results as well, your predictions. Look, loads of you are going for it. Look at this. Look what some of you are predicting. I can actually see why. You're captaining him as well. I can see why. I don't have Palmer. Oh, no option. So I shouldn't listen to your one. You don't even have Palmer to consider. Okay. I think I'm going to keep Solanke for this. Yeah, fair play. Go with your judgment. I said to you already, you're flying this season. If you think Solanke could deliver in a game like this, which will be open, and Chelsea's defense is suspect. Yes, they're challenging for the Prem, but midfield attack, gorgeous. Defense, goalkeeper, Maresca, let's just say he's got his work cut out. So that's the Sunday fixture. Let's go to that's not the Sunday fixture. Where are we? The last game is the Monday night fixture. West Ham versus Wolves. Now, this is El Sacaco. I don't know if you've heard that term. It's very grim, isn't it? Basically, the losing manager gets fired. Now, does that mean we're going to get a boring 0-0 game because everyone's scared? Or do we get a 4-4 thriller? The data tells us in this game, I told you earlier on, West Ham are favourites, I think. Look at their goals predictions, 1.8 near 2 goals, and their clean sheet odds are better. Wolves, it's looking bleak. Maybe 1 goal and 16% clean sheet odds. It's not looking good. So let me know what you think. That's the last game for our predictions, guys. Let me know what you think. 2-2. Oh, everyone. Oh. Yeah, exactly. It is. What a term, isn't it? Look, everyone's gone for it. What's Boona saying? I'm thinking to go away from Salah captaincy. Massive, yeah, risk. It is a risk, yeah, especially if you've got a good. It is a risk, Boona. I'm thinking, for me, it's a big risk, but I'm further back than you. I'm not having that start. So for you, I can see why you could play defensive. But if you get it right, look at the Chelsea predictions. Everyone predicted loads of goals, at least 3. Yeah, look at this. Look what FPL guys saying. Lovely thing about having Jackson and Palmer is you don't feel like you, yeah, don't feel like you want to. You're not got a temptation. You just want to take the points as they come, but you're not willing to captain them. Wolves, Wolves win. So if you're a Cunha owner, you'll be smiling about that. Yes, Jamie's gone 2-2. So there's goals in this fixture. Just can't captain. That lunchtime fixture is putting a lot of people off. Merseyside and Bruno's the last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. Now, loads will think that's useless, but it will mean something to them. The fans won't accept a battering. Imagine that your history. What's the last game of your last derby at your stadium? Oh, we got lost 4-0 to Liverpool. Come on, man. Daniel, now that is pushing it. But there is goals in that fixture. 0-0. Oh, boring Monday night football. I hope not. I hope Eric's correct. 2-2 or yeah, I hope Eric's correct. I want goals. I want goals in this. Things to say Bruno is right. That storm as well is a problem. Yeah, it's going to be a problem. 2-2 goals. Yes, Ants. Better late than never. Exact, mate. It's always a pleasure when you jump on. It doesn't matter if you jump on at the start, at the end. From when you jump on and say hello and represent, I'm grateful. Thank you. Make sure you like as well. Because I know people are busy working. Not all of us have the luxury to be able to either have a day off or have a nice long break, or you can sneak on your phone during work time. So I appreciate that. So thank you for everyone watching. I really appreciate that. Neither can defend. Yeah, that's a very good point. Right. Okay, this is the narratives. Now we're going to go to Q&A. I think that's all the predictions. I'm going to put a spreadsheet in my description. Fill it in later. The reason it's worthwhile doing, I know it's a bit headache. You're like, what? Fill in a spreadsheet. The reason is I'll collect the results. The winner gets a prize. Why not? Last week, Niall won a wicked prize. When you get the prize next week, now make sure you tweet me and I'll show everyone what you got so the people can see that it's not lies. Yeah, it's actually real. Someone's got something. So, right, let's go to some questions now. I think it is question times now, to be honest. Yeah, I'm working till, yeah, you see, look, Jamie as well. Everyone, we got to work, mate. You know, we have to work. They're saying the emergence of AI means soon in the future, we won't have to work. We'll all get universal income. And then if you only work if you want more money. So in theory, everyone gets a base income, whether it's a specific figure, say 35 or whatever it is. And then after that, if you want more money, you're not satisfied, then you have to go out and find work. And that's what they're saying. So let's see. The world could change drastically in the next 5 years. Maybe 10 years. Right, questions. Let's quickly flick through questions, guys. So if you've got any questions, now's the time to start throwing them in because we are gonna done here. So quick Q&A. So let's start with this one here. So Junior's gone 4. What's he saying? Start 2 out of the 3. Watkins, Rogers, and Semenyo. Taking the fixture and rotation into account. Also, loving the Friday streams. Thank you very much. Something to look forward. Thank you. Appreciate that. Exactly. When you're working from home, it is easier to jump on, you know, especially hopefully on Friday. A bit less meetings. The manager's not on your case. So, yeah, hopefully, anyway. Watkins, 100% start him. Rogers and Semenyo's the hard one. They both got good fixtures, but Rogers might not play 90 minutes. So if you're a minutes person, if you want X-Mins, go Semenyo, because Semenyo's got the minutes and the fixtures, and he got Ipswich. Go Semenyo. That's my answer. It's like, you know, who wants to be a millionaire? That's my final answer. Watkins and Semenyo. Boom. So that's the first question answered. Let's go for the next one. What do you think of a De Bruyne's differential? You know what? I spoke about him earlier on. If he's fit and he's going to get the minutes, we know he's a world-class player. Unfortunately, he's reached the stage of his career now. He's struggling with the Premier League intensity and staying fit. You saw the damage he can do when he's there. So if your team is really strong, you've got at least one solid bench, just in case there is a random rotation or a bench. Or you don't mind 65, 70 minutes for De Bruyne as he builds up his fitness. He's a wicked pick. We looked at Manchester City's fixtures earlier on, they're turning. And as I said, and I'll keep repeating myself, I don't expect them to be this rubbish for the rest of the season. That's impossible. No, I refuse to believe it under Pep and that team. And in January, they're going to go and buy more players as well. So, yeah, I like him. It's very risky. That is when you're really, if you're a risk taker. You literally are going, boom, you're rolling the dice. That's the pick you go for. But yeah, you possibly, if you don't want to take a risk, go get one of the cheap midfielders and use that money elsewhere. Because there ain't many midfielders popping their head out, putting their hands up saying, look, pick me. There ain't many. My plan is to sell in Bumo and Lewis to get TA. And you know what, Milos, it's wicked. Do you want some validation for that? Praz was even saying yesterday that he likes Ahmed as well. The cheap one, the cheap midfielder allows him exactly what you just said, to get Lewis. I think that's the moves he's doing. Or Rodgers, I think. If it wasn't Ahmed, it could be just Rodgers, another cheap midfielder, or Semenyo. One of those to enable Trent. A lot of the top managers are doing that this week. It's a wicked pick. Nothing wrong with it. I can't even sit here and build a case against it. I have the freemiums in midfield, good free up front, good defense. I have the money to get De Bruyne. We just discussed that. I just said it a minute ago, mate. So hopefully, I hope you're still on and it's answered your question. It all depends on your risk. You've already said your team is solid. If you can add him and you're comfortable, minutes risks, rotation at certain games, because they're scared. You could tell Pep, they were playing rubbish. They had no creativity. And yet he wasn't playing. So that tells me that's how scared they were of his fitness. But he is getting closer. The minutes are going to increase. So it depends how, as I said, your risk appetite. I like it as a pick, as a differential. It's a master differential. You're actually getting a world-class player in, whether people like it or not, one of the best teams in the world. Yes, at the moment, they're on the ropes, but that could change real quick. I like it. What we got? Narrative of Goodison Park. Reality is Liverpool are top of the league, and fair play. It is true. It is a narrative. You're right. It's an away game, early, the wind, all of that is just chat. The real black and white here is Liverpool are challenging for the Prem. Far superior team, have one of the best players in the world against Everton, who are fighting relegation. So you are right. And this is the thing with, like you said, you can build narratives, and I do it quite a lot. And I think a lot of us are guilty of it. It's called overthinking. What you just said, and that's the reason you're flying this season, because of what you just said. Why stop overthinking it? Best player, best team, playing against the worst team. End of. So fair play. I can't even, you can't go against that, mate. So yeah. So let me see if there's any more question. My partner's there was Haaland. Oh, I mean, he's reached the stage now, Delia. Do you just full commit now and leave him in and start captaining him and just hope? Because I was one of the ones that still had him up until 3 weeks ago, and it killed me. At least recently, he hasn't even been getting the XG, so you kind of almost think, ugh. But before then, he was just unlucky. I mean, yeah, he'd probably sell him. I mean, look at the fixtures, though. You're selling a player, Man City player, Crystal Palace, Man United, Aston Villa, Everton, Leicester. I mean, 18, 19, you can captain him. He could score hat-trick. So it depends on his strategy. Does he want to double down and go, you know what, I'll give up fighting against the free midfielders? Or does he think, no, actually, I'm going to keep him and keep going? There's a couple of other really good managers that have still got him. I will say this, because don't forget, if your partner's still got Salah, he's covering himself. Palmer's not exactly been destroying that much. He's doing okay. He's ticking over, but not like crushing. It's not like if you didn't have Salah, that did destroy. If you're a Haaland owner of no Salah, yeah, you're dead. You're actually finished. But yeah, so that one there. Let me see any more questions before we're done here. Any more questions? Brian and Pedro go. Let me see if there's any more. Just put the questions at the bottom, then I'll see them, because I think I've missed a couple. Okay. TA will be bringing problems. If you have free premiums and mid and you want to have Haaland pick. Yeah, that mate, you just touched on. I had this discussion last night. Exactly that. Your money's going to be so packed. But if you've got 3 or 2 transfers saved up, then you can still get Haaland. You just have to remove one of the, like you said, a Trent or a big hitter in midfield. Swap Isaac or Jackson, and you're back in. It can be done, but you are right to say you need to have that plan in your head. He looks class. He's the one player that's impressed me in this new system. He looks good now. I really like him. But does he lose his place? Because when you've got your other 3 centre backs, does Mazraoui go back into right fullback? I don't know. I really don't know what's going on there. We're nearly done here, guys. So if there's any more questions, please put them into the chat. DVD versus Trent. Is Trent worth the extra? Yeah. Sorry to say, he's worth the extra. I'm in the same issue as you, Sing. I don't have the money. I can't get to Trent now unless I do something. I don't know. So it means maybe if I get Liverpool coverage, I just get Van Dijk. It would have been beautiful if we was confident on Gomez, but I don't think we are. So, yeah. It's a simple answer. To answer your question, though, Trent is worth it. Last 2 games, hardly played any minutes, 2 assists. The guy's formidable. Any more questions? I don't want to see Haaland's face again this season. Yeah, you've had the same pain as me. I know, mate. I know. He was racking up XG like no one else and returning 2 or 5 points, while Salah's hardly touching the ball, scoring 20 points. It's just FPL sometimes can do your head in, mate. So I hear you. Let me see if there's any more questions. Best alternative captain, Salah, Watkins, Palmer. If you got Watkins, he's a wicked pick, but his minutes might be scary. Palmer's my favorite. Yeah. I'm going to say Palmer. You meant Saka there. Yeah, Saka against Fulham. I prefer Palmer against Tottenham. Let me see if there's any more. We're about to wrap it up now, guys. It's nearly gone over the hour and a half now, but I think I'm enjoying it. What shampoo do I use? You're mocking me, Chris. Okay. No, come on, man. For the beard, yeah. Okay. I will send you the brand. Jackson captaincy. Yes, I'd love to see it. Someone else is talking. Jay's been talking about that on the chat. She's going for it. I think a lot of people are considering it. So fair play. Nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, you look at the data here. Chelsea predicted to score near 2 goals. Tottenham's clean sheet odds 15%. Gorgeous. Thinking Saka captain. You've been pulling them off, to be fair, Chris. You've been pulling them off. So fair play. Go for it. Nothing wrong with that. Look at Arsenal's. Where's Arsenal's data in this? Where are you? You're predicted to score 2 goals, and Fulham's clean sheet odds are 14%. Nothing wrong with that at all. I think depends on the place. Oh, Amran wants the relative against the fixtures. Yeah, I think we're going to discuss that in more detail in upcoming streams, to be honest now, because Manchester United will come back into play once these horrible fixtures gone, and then we've seen Amaron's style and what he's going to do, the players he picks. They'll come back into this. Crazy season for me. All my FPL rivals. Yeah, same. Welcome to FPL. Keep going, though. Keep going. Someone was on the chat this morning saying, not this morning, earlier today, in 6 game weeks, he went from, I think, can't remember, 3 or 4 million to 150K, something like that. He blitzed it. So keep plodding away. Don't give up. Couple more questions here, and then we're done. I currently have it on Watkins with Jackson. Yeah. I think Jackson's has got the minutes, but Watkins has got the fixture, the juicier fixture, even though we're predicting goals. So I think you go for Watkins here. If you've got him against Southampton, it's the only opportunity. I think you go for it. Actually, okay, these two are talking between themselves. Is Solanke really going to outperform Isaac over the next 2? I don't think so. No. That's my take on it, mate. But again, you go with your gut. I think Isaac outscores him, yeah. That's FPL mini league banter. I can tell. I can tell what that is. What do you think of Vardy? Nah, I mean, Leicester in it. There's other options. There's cheaper strikers playing for maybe better teams. Although the new manager bounced and he did score and they did play all right, actually. So nothing wrong with that. But I mean, there's other options potentially. I mean, yeah. You could go, what's his name? Is it Larson for Wolves? Cheap. And the two fixtures, you can go for him so you can get the Ipswich and Leicester fixture. I think maybe I even prefer that. All right, we're nearly done here. Oh, yes, and you're back just in time. We're wrapping it up now, I think, unfortunately. Maybe one or two more questions and we are done. Thanks, mate. Cheers, everybody missing. No worries, mate. Go away. Take it easy. Make sure you like and subscribe, please. Yeah, and I appreciate everyone for jumping on. Remember, I'm going to pin the spreadsheet to the description. Make sure you fill it in. You're in for a little prize, you know. Nothing wrong with it, innit? Apologies, my little. Yeah, it's time to go. Exactly. I think we're going to finish up now. Bringing me to get experts. I think you need to do that, Colm. That's your weekend projects, mate. Yeah. If you do that, you're going to get a green arrow just because of good karma. So make sure you go and do that. Let me know what the change is, Yasin. After that, I think we are done. Thank you very much. Yeah, exactly. It's time to wrap it up. So please, we're going to wrap the stream up now. So please like before you go. It's been, look, we've been here for a long time. So, God, that was really, really good. I need to get back to work myself. My God. Jota back soon. Good. We need that. Last two things I was 3.4 million. Look, there you go, Jamie. Oh, yeah, it was you, Jamie, that was saying it earlier. There you go. There you go. I'm going to leave it. In fact, oh, 1 minute. In fact, let me just say what Delia said. Thank you very much, Delia. Appreciate that. Best of luck. All. Thank you. Look at that comment. That's a vital thing Delia said. After the stream's done, come back and put the comments. It helps the algorithm. So just come and say hello. It makes a difference. Really appreciate that. But this is what we're going to leave it. Sorry, Chris. I know it's keeping you while you're enjoying your day, but this is, I'm going to leave it on this today because this is the motivation everyone needs. For everyone that's having a stinker, Jamie was 3.4 million in game week 6. He's 10.4K. Just look. This is what you can do. Like he said, if you're consistent and the greens keep coming and you get a bit of luck, no matter how good you are at FPL and doing your research and analysis, you need a bit of luck to land on your side. Look what can happen. I'm taking that as motivation. We're going to leave it on that for this week. Listen, thank you, everyone. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in my next video. So I wish you good luck. See you on my next video, guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.